Hi guys, it's Deborah. Welcome to your beginner level weight bearing wrist workout. Guys, this workout is exactly like it sounds. It is weight bearing on our wrists, perhaps for the first time, especially for those of you who are healing from an injury. Congratulations, you're at the point where you can take your hands, place them down onto the mat, and bear weight on them. Guys, I'm so proud of you for being with me here today. And if you are not healing from an injury, you're just looking to improve your athleticism, well, these are foundational movements to begin to incorporate into your wrist warm-up so that you can continue to pursue arm balance, handstands, or just overall improve your fitness levels. All right, guys? Thank you also so much for joining me here today. Go ahead, give yourself with this video a thumbs up, and meet me down on your mat. We have 10 moves. We're gonna do 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off per each move, making this a 10-minute long workout. All right, guys? Super exciting. A lot of good stuff here today. The only thing I am gonna mention when it comes to skeletal structure is that there are 2 bones in the forearm and they both need to go into the wrist socket evenly. So knowing just that, you can tweak any of these moves to be able to feel good for you. Don't ever go past what feels light and feels good. I don't want you to experience any pain or discomfort. Back off if that's the case. Ease yourself into it. Mobility and flexibility takes time. They are interdependent of each other. So allow your body to adjust to all of these movements and all the sensations that come up with them. All right, guys? We're gonna go ahead and begin. We're gonna just start with normal wrist circles, and then we're gonna move on from there, all right? I'll go ahead and start the timer. And let's begin. Nothing fancy here, just simple but effective warm-up for the wrist. So in this case, we are mobilizing the joint. We are waking everything up, so tackling that stiffness that can occur. Perhaps you have morning stiffness in your body. I know I do. But overall, helping the body to prepare itself for weight bearing, okay? We're gonna be building up. I'm just gonna reverse the direction of my circles. Every move that we're doing today is going to be building upon itself. And finally, with our final move, we're gonna be using everything we've learned to be able to power through the challenges that it will bring up, all right? We're gonna clasp our hands and we're gonna make a figure 8. I suppose if you want to go in circles, you can just go in circles, but I like the idea of a figure 8 because it is up to you to make change. And there is no end game to what you can accomplish when you put your mind to it, regardless of perhaps whatever adversity you are facing. You keep showing up for yourself, you keep putting in the work, you keep dreaming, then you will make it happen. And that's how I feel when I'm healing from my injuries and I'm looking to improve my athleticism. I remind myself that I'm not bound by some sort of end game. And that's why we're doing infinities, right? Yeah, that's how I feel. All right, next up, we're gonna take our hands into a prayer position. We're gonna press them together. Remember, those forearms go evenly into the wrist joint, and we're going to lift our arms. So what I want you to do here is widen across your collarbone. Yeah, just like that. And then draw your inner armpits back. All right? Then bring your back ribs on up to meet your shoulder blades. So the back ribs are your shelf for your shoulder blades. And in this position, you're going to have to engage your upper abs to help you support this alignment for your upper body, okay? So now everything's engaged. You're pressing real hard into your hands, lifting those elbows. You got it, beautiful. Keep going up, just like that. You got it. Lifting up so you can see how this is going to engage the wrist. So we're gonna be moving from the wrist flexors, which we just worked, to the wrist extensors. This one's a little bit more difficult. Press them together. We're going to bring the elbows down now. So like you're pressing a lever down. Still stay wide across the collarbone. Still draw your inner armpits back and bring those back ribs on up. Don't lose that structure. Keep those top abs engaged. Now, the wrist extensors tend to be a more restrictive element to wrist mobility. So use this mindfully of where you are at. I do these exercises a lot, and over time I have seen my wrist extensors release and let go, and that's given me more mobility in my wrist. So that is the goal, guys, to do these moves and to show up and allow our bodies to get fitter, stronger, and more healed. Bring the hands on the mat, arms over wrists. We're gonna rock forward and back. Again, you'll feel these in the wrist flexors, forward and back. Keep that upper body alignment. We're gonna now press into the base of our knuckles. That's where the bottom of our fingers come into the palm of the hand. You feel that? Especially push down on that pointer finger. It always likes to come up. Now you're going to engage the wrist flexors even more now as you go deeper into your stretch. Feel it out. This is your time now. You got this. Move through your end range of motion and get comfortable with learning where they are. Where are those boundaries for your own body? Now we're going to move to the wrist extensor. So flipping the hands on over, you might need to move your knees slightly more closer, especially if you're feeling tighter. We're going to rock forward and slowly rock back. I don't want you to begin to round into your upper back, so you're still drawing the inner armpits back. The wrist extensors might be tighter than your flexors, so that's fine. Don't go as deep. They'll let go. Coming on out. Mine are definitely not as flexible, but that's all right. I still work at it. Doing these movements always helps me, especially since I do have an end goal of eventually doing a handstand. I mean, coming from recreational gymnastics, yeah, that's definitely in store for me at some point, but I'm not there yet. All right, now we're going to flick them out for a second. We're going to bring our hands, fingertips out to the sides of our mat, okay? Going back to those wrist flexors, we're gonna rock side to side. Now use these movements to drop into your body. I always like to think of it as that moment where grace emerges, and it's that center spot between being in control and letting go. And when I'm in my body, really present, I can feel the muscles stretching. I can feel when my bones are in socket. And it feels really good. Beautiful, you're doing amazing. I love it. This is good stuff, guys. You're gonna be so happy to get this one done, to build this in. We're gonna flip the hands on over again, so working those extensors. Rocking side to side again, okay? You don't have to go as deep. Remember, those two bones in the forearm must go equally into the wrist joint, so be mindful of that as you move side to side. You might find that you're leaning and compensating for perhaps some pain. If that's the case, don't go as deep. It's better to get familiar with proper alignment and posture before pushing into the greater realms of athleticism, which generally come when you push yourself out of your comfort zone. Beautiful. Look at all the good work we're doing. Feeling good, right? I love it. All right, now we're going to take our hands into a fist, placing them down on the mat. We're going to just rock forward and back. So this is getting radial and ulnar deviation of the wrist, which is just a movement pattern that's associated, the proper terminology for moving the wrist in the way that we're doing now. Now, it took me a long time to get familiar with the rhythm of this type of movement, especially since I'm not looking to be on my hands in this position, but you'll be amazed at how important it is to stretch the wrists out in this type of manner, especially in a beginner level weight bearing. Just adds that element of oomph, for lack of a better word. All right. Final move, guys. We're gonna go on our fingertips, okay? We're gonna do a modified push-up on our fingertips. This is it. This is that moment we've built up to. Coming on up and down. Look at all of that hard work is getting us into this position. Keep those fingertips straight. Keep those upper abs engaged. You feel that? It's a lot for your wrist, so use this as something to build up to, guys. Come on, you've got it. All right, we have 20 seconds left. Final move. Feeling it? Keep going. This is where you grow stronger. Think of all of that hard work you've done. 3, 2, get that last one in. 1, and we are done. Let's go ahead and just flick out the wrist. Let's let them go. Let them go. Up and down, side to side, whatever way you want to go. Let them flow. Just like that, guys. Just let the energy that was stored up in there, let it go, let it release. Complete mobilization here, but complete warm down. That was a lot on your wrist. How did you do? How do you feel? Please let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear how much stronger you are getting. Thank you so much for joining me here today. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of good work you just did today. I'm so super proud of yourself. Go ahead and again, give yourself a big thumbs up for all of that work. Don't forget to subscribe to Aline Postures, and if there's anything else you want to do in terms of your wrist, let me know in the comments below as well. Thank you so much again, guys. Have a great upcoming week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.